Awesome, guys. So we are live here with Brian LaRufa. He's kind enough to take time out of his day to talk to us about his experience working with Good Vibe Squad. Hi, Brian.
Hey, McBilly. How are you?
Yeah, awesome, man. So I'll just let you take this away. Just kind of introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, what do you do?
My name is Brian LaRufa. I represent Mortgage Right. We are out of Huntington Beach, California. We're a national direct lender, but we're opening up the second branch on the West Coast, first one in California. So we're really excited about this opportunity. Me and my business partner, Jeff, have been doing this for close to 20 years now each. So this is a really exciting opportunity to kind of grow the Mortgage Right brand and our brand at the same time.
Sweet.
We're happy, to partner with you, McBilly and Preston and Good Vibe Squad.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. So I wanted to kind of dive deeper a little bit. So what made you, Brian, wanted to work with us initially?
It's an interesting process, actually. The last couple of years before I opened this company, I was consulting with startup mortgage companies and helping them, basically set up their infrastructure, their marketing, everything, because that's my experience in the past in the mortgage industry. And Preston and I started talking last September, I believe, September 2018, and we were just kind of going through it, and there's, as you guys know, a ton of guys that represent the same thing, even though they probably don't deliver the same results as you guys do. There's a ton of guys out there. So it's really a learning process, I have personally done every sort of marketing from, mailers to internet leads to television, radio, everything. In my 20-year career. Social media was a little bit new to me, so there's certainly a learning curve with that. But we set up people successfully on that platform over the last couple of years. And, like I said, Preston and I have been talking, and it was literally a matter of coming around to using you guys with my own company once we opened that up. You guys were the first people I called. Really, I'll tell you, the social media presence that you guys have outside of what you do for your clients was really what attracted me to you guys, because it's always something fun going on.
Awesome.
The interaction is great. Somebody that can create that much exposure for themselves on social media obviously is something that I want to work with, and that's kind of what attracted me to you guys eventually. But it was a long vetting process, and so I can say that I've done my homework before.
Due diligence. Yeah, because I do remember that. I remember that conversation from like last year, right? 2018.
Yeah, right.
And that's awesome. Obviously you had to vet. You want to make sure like who you're working with. So now that we've worked together for a couple of months now, what has been kind of your experience, and what type of results have you seen?
So the first experience, that it's really important, obviously, when you have a team of LOs like I do, is that they're happy, right? Every single LO that I've ever worked with, and it's been, hundreds over the past 20 years, but they all complain about leads no matter how good they are. But the result is,
we all know that.
The leads they're getting, are they credit qualified? That's a huge one. And you guys do a better job at that than anyone else I've seen in the industry. And, do we have a system in place where it's helping the loan officers make contact with people that are really looking to purchase a home or refinance a home, and weeding out kind of the leads that, are down the line or just not interested? They thought it'd be fun, on Facebook to fill out an application because they were bored. And the system that comes along with your guys' marketing does that, very well. So we know exactly where people stand when the application comes in, who to follow up with, who to kind of put on the back burner, and who we can kind of build a database with, over the next 12 months, which is kind of the three things: immediate, a couple months down the line, and then, 12 months out, and so forth.
So what you're saying, Brian, is it's really the system, right? It's not just one part. So obviously we're generating leads on the front end, but these are quality leads that they're credit qualified, right? They're actually interested. These aren't people who just like, I don't remember filling out a form, right?
Right.
So they're qualified. They want to talk to you, and then the system for you and your LOs to actually get in touch with them, right? They're booking appointments, and the follow-up is there, all automated for you, right? And also the long-term nurture, right? Because it's not just, we're generating business right now, but also for the future business, we want to keep that going, right? Now that we've actually been doing that, Brian, what type of like results have you actually seen?
We're about 90 days in, which, I would say that I don't expect a whole lot in 90 days, but we've been able to, by the end of this month, in the next week, in the first 2 months, we've closed 7 deals, which is great. But we're probably what's even better is in the next month, we're going to double those first 2 months. So we're probably going to be at least 7 to 8 deals, probably pushing 10. Building a new database off new marketing, that's about as quick as you can expect results. I would have been happy with probably half of that,
Uh-huh.
because
Awesome.
it's still paying the marketing bill, which again is important. I know it's not exciting, but that is certainly important. So yeah, we're extremely excited. And like I said, what most people miss is that long-term, client, are you building a database? If it's quality, are you building a database for the next, 3, 6, 9, 12 months?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're doing that on top of funding deals, right away, then you really have something, because if we keep our spend the same over the next 12 months and don't increase it, our loans keep, and fundings keep going up and up and up if you're building a quality database. And that's what's so important about your guys' marketing, is that leads are quality. Whether they want to buy a home today or next year or the year after, yeah, we all want deals right now. We want cash flow right now. You want your LOs to be making money. But if you're building that, I'm excited, almost excited as an owner about the deals down the road as I am about the deals right now. And
Right.
That's really where you guys kind of separate yourselves from the competition.
Awesome, man. Sweet. So just to kind of recap, you said 7 deals so far within like 60 days, right? So roughly about 2 months. And I think because there's also like some times there that we had some like hiccups and stuff like that. So that's not even actually 2 months, right?
No.
So
Yeah.
so we're just like optimizations in here and there. So
Yeah.
seven closed deals and then an additional 8 to 10, right?
Yeah.
So roughly about 15. So 15 loans in about 3 months roughly. And then how much is the average loan size? And like, so how much is that in total so far?
So we're just above, 6 million. Our average loan size is about 425,000 or so. That may be a little bit conservative, but and probably will increase as we go on. There's a couple of small refinance deals in there that kind of skew the average, but mostly what we're doing, about 75% is purchase, and those are all north of 400,000. So
Nice.
yeah.
Sweet. Obviously, you're very you're unique in such a way that you've had a lot of experience for like marketing and working with other LOs and stuff like this and other marketing companies. For other people, Brian, that might not be as kind of well aware in that, what can you say to them? How do they try to like find someone if maybe they're on the fence, right? Like they're looking for a marketing system. And, they might be thinking, working with us, they don't know who we are. What can you tell them?
What I would say, what impresses me about Good Vibe Squad and you, McBilly, and Preston is obviously the quality has to be there. That's number one. But number two, no matter when I have a question or what the question is, or even additional work to be done, like the integration you did with Velocify for us, you guys are always there. One of you is always there, no matter if it's the weekend or at night or whatever. We're on completely different time zones, so
Right.
you're always around. But just instead of, big part of it, goes into like, once you get signed up with somebody, especially in this space, what I found is, yeah, they'll do so much and then they nickel and dime you for everything else. You guys set a fair price, and then when I have questions, concerns, or I need something changed, it's done right away. There's no talk about extra money, that type of thing, and it's not about the money at the end of the day. It's about the relationship and how you guys build that with your clients. Has been better than what I've experienced, especially in this space. That alone, I feel like with Good Vibe Squad, I can scale a company just working with you guys, because you guys kind of act like partners instead of just somebody that is just making money and hopefully, he'll keep buying leads because, whatever. I don't know.
That's awesome, Ryan. And yeah, and I appreciate that. And yeah, at the end of the day, we're doing what we're doing for our clients. We want to treat you as a true partner, but also this is also what we advocate, right? Because this is what also separates you across, for versus your competition, is because you're building true relationships with the leads, right? With the prospects and your clients, right? So just to kind of wrap this off, can you just give, if there's anyone else that, probably still watching this, and to kind of give them a tip, right, on, growing their business and something like that, in growing their mortgage business, what can you tell them, Ryan?
Sure. You have to do your research before you start spending money. That is super important, because if the money runs out, no matter what, you're kind of dead in the water. The other thing is all these nice new tools and everyone, once you find the right partner, are great. They're awesome. But at the end of the day, most of the work is on your end, the actual loan officer's end. And you still have to put in the work. You still have to make the calls. We're making tons and tons of outbound calls, even though they're kind of inbound leads, but we're following up with these people and getting traction on them. The automation, everything helps out, and it certainly schedules our day a little bit better because we have appointments and so forth. We know, again, what people we want to talk to, what people we don't, versus those, when we see those responses. But, you have to put the work in. This is not the easiest job. It's nice that people like you, McBilly and Preston and Good Vibe Squad have made it easier, or even just a little bit more modern, to engage the current clients that are now buying houses. But I think most people fall short because on any sort of marketing, if you don't put the work in the back, it doesn't matter.
Right.
There's no perfect lead that's just going to pick up the phone and say, awesome, I'm glad you called me. Let me send you all my documentation. I'm not going to shop you. Let's do this.
Right.
The reason why, loan officers are paid so much is because they really do a job, that is unparalleled.
Awesome, Ryan.
And if you're not putting in the work, then it doesn't matter.
No, that's true. I mean, for you, right, based on your experience and, anyone else that's watching this and maybe looking for a better marketing system, the marketing system works, right? We got the quality leads. We got the systems in place to actually help you alleviate all of like 90% of the tasks that you need to do. We're also building long-term nurture. But at the end of the day, you just need to actually utilize the system, right? And then go through our actual training as well, right? Because that's another thing, and we haven't even touched upon that, is we do like weekly marketing calls, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, at the end of the day, it's your job. You got to put into work, but it pays back, right?
Yeah, no, all you need is a good partner, and we have a really good partner with GVS, with Good Vibe Squad, and you guys, but yeah, of course you have to put in the work.
Yep.
I could just sign up and let it go and never, but we're on top of it every single day. We take advantage of the marketing calls every week with Preston, and I certainly pick your brain as much as I possibly can. And again, the support's awesome, but yeah, you certainly have to take advantage of everything and be on top of it. But if you do that and you're getting leads from Good Vibe Squad, you're in a pretty good place. So
awesome, dude. Sounds good. Thank you for your time, bro.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Take care.